Welcome to the Christian School at Castle Hills Secondary Open House Coffee today. In the past, thousands of families have joined this amazing school where we've been changing our world by changing young lives since 1961. Through this brief time together, you'll meet teachers and staff and find out why this might be the greatest school in South Texas, maybe the galaxy. And one more thing, not only would you become part of this greatest school ever, but let me assure you, the affiliation that our school has with Safe, Smart Schools will also make this the safest school in South Texas. Being part of Safe, Smart Schools gives us 12 safety and sanitizing protocols that make us the leading school in our region in maximizing the minimizing of the transfer of germs on campus, from the common cold all the way up to everything else. We have completely reinvented how we do school on campus for the safety of your students and your family. So sit back now for this Castle Hills Open House Coffee. You will see how and why this works. I hope you'll note that God is at work in the lives of the kids, which is more than just a slogan. God really is at work in the lives of the kids, and that changes everything in what happens here on the campus. Second, you'll see how the right people are standing at the front of the room. Amazing teachers, not just in terms of their credentials or their years' experience or their advanced degrees, but just who they are as people and the way they pour themselves into the lives of our students. And then finally, you'll see how we develop servant leaders, beginning in the earliest grades all the way up to amazing experiences for every grade level as kids grow up through the school. Enjoy the talk and the tour today, and I hope to see you with us this fall. God bless you real good.
Hi, I am Susan Covarubia, Director of Admissions at the Christian School at Castle Hills. We are here in our state-of-the-art science lab for our secondary open house coffee. Thank you for joining us. Joining me today are Dean of Students, Mr. Madison, and then one of our student ambassadors, Braylon. We're going to spend a few minutes learning a little bit about how we're preparing students for college at the secondary school level. Mr. Madison, would you start by sharing with us a little bit about how we are developing tomorrow's servant leaders today through our Leadership Academy?
Absolutely. The Leadership Academy is a school within a school that, as you said, is dedicated to fulfilling our vision of developing tomorrow's servant leaders today. The way we do that is, one, we bring your students into contact with locally and nationally famous leaders, whether it be Governor Mike Huckabee, businessman Steve Forbes, Colonel Oliver North, just to name a few. Your students get to interact, ask questions of them. Secondly, we go through a rigorous leadership curriculum called the Old School, where they learn skills that will help them stand out from their peers. And then third, we believe that everything that exists here at the Christian School of Castle Hills exists to serve. So every sports team, every club is going to have a service component to it. We empty the secondary campus once in the fall and once in the spring to go and serve in the larger San Antonio community, and it's students who are leading that initiative.
Thank you so much. That Serve Day is a really fun day for our students. Braylon, tell us a little bit about how our schedule works. We have an 8-period day, and I'm going to ask Braylon to share with you a little bit about his schedule in 7th grade.
Yes, of course. So I start off with history, then I go to English, Bible, science, computer, then to lunch, and if it's a chapel schedule, I will go to chapel. If not, math, and then electives, which for me is drama, and then after that I would go to PE. And if it's basketball season, I participate in basketball, I would go to basketball.
Excellent. And those are some fun games when we have everyone in the gym, isn't it? In addition to the fine arts, you've heard that Braylon is a part of our theater arts. We have band, choir, art, drama, and yearbook, and those are award-winning fine arts that give students the opportunity to express their God-given abilities through the fine arts. Well, at this time, Mr. Madison, We spend a lot of time talking about collaboration and team building and critical thinking. Would you share with us how we're integrating that into the different classes at the secondary level?
Of course. Critical thinking is absolutely essential in fulfilling our mission that your student would know Christ and make Christ known. So whether it be a team project in their physics class, or whether it be researching for their English papers, everything they do, your students are going to be engaged in critical thinking to ultimately intake a biblical worldview and mold them to be successful persons as they leave here.
Thank you so much. Part of what Braylon does when we have an open house is he's giving tours to our families. So Braylon, tell our visitors here a little bit about what you value most during your time at Castle Hills.
What I value most is the teacher relationship. You get to have a relationship with the teachers. It's not just their job. They actually care for you as their own children.
Thank you. Part of what we're doing at Castle Hills is we're integrating biblical truth into every single part of the curriculum. So whether you're in science class or math class or you're in the choir, you're going to be receiving a biblical worldview to prepare students for success in college and beyond. Mr. Madison, you're also one of our faculty members. Talk about the classes that you teach in particular, and then how we're preparing students for college in our college prep.
I teach our AP Government and Economics class, and we have a very strong advanced placement or AP program here at Castle Hills. That means your students are going to get to take college classes while in high school. They're going to be they can partner with our dual enrollment engineering program through the University of Texas, and that's a real blessing because your students are going to be able to earn college credit while here in high school.
That's right. Our students are going to graduate on the foundations plan, and then there are other additions that can be added onto that plan as well. And in this space right here, they're going to be in biology, chemistry, physics. We have an engineering class, which is a partnership with UT Austin, and then anatomy and physiology. Well, thank you all so much for joining us today. We're going to head upstairs to our Victory Gym and meet with our athletic director, Coach Wintercheck.
We are here in our amazing Eagle Gym in the Victory Building with Coach Wintercheck, our athletic director, who is going to share with you why your child will thrive in our Kingdom Athletic program. Coach Wintercheck, tell us.
You know, that's a great question, and I'll tell you one of the things that's interesting about Kingdom Athletics is that we're a missional program. So we're built on the mission statement that says that we're building champions for Christ through the balanced development of Christian character, athleticism, servant leadership, and competitive excellence. And so, you know, when we look at a student at the end of their career, we want to look and be able to say that, you know, they've had opportunities in each of those areas to grow and develop. And so that's one of the things that we feel is unique and puts students in a great situation here with Kingdom Athletics at Castle Hills.
And Kingdom Athletics fits hand in glove with our vision to develop tomorrow's servant leaders today. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you for joining us for the secondary open house coffee. We hope you've enjoyed spending time with us and learned a little bit more. Visit our website at castlehills.school on the admissions page to learn how to submit an application. And for the next hour, I will be available to answer your questions. Please call me at 210-878-1001. Thank you again and have a terrific day. If you would like to join our preschool open house coffee, click here. To join our elementary open house coffee, click here. To join the intermediate school open house coffee, click here. And to take a virtual tour of our campus, please click here.